Hi, it's Barb Scarlett with Century 21 in the Scarlett Real Estate Group. And today we're going to be taking a look at an investment located somewhere here in the Niagara region. And we're going to decide if this is a good opportunity for you to purchase it or not. And we're calling it Rate That Cap Rate. So let's get started. What I've done is I've selected a property that's listed at 1.5 million. It's actually a 7-unit building. The income on this particular building is $77,400. Now, I've looked at all of the rents, and actually some of these rents are quite low, and that's probably because the tenants have been in there for quite some time. So down the road, there's an opportunity for a bit of a lift here in the rents. But for now, we're working with $77,400 in income. Now, I've also gone through the landlord's expenses, which equal about $22,000. I factored in a 5% vacancy rate in this case. The nice thing about this building is the actual tenants pay for the hydro because there's all separate hydro meters on the building. So that's definitely a positive. So we're looking at all of the landlord's expenses to include the taxes, the insurance on the building, water, any of the bills that they pay, and the vacancy rate and the maintenance for the building. Now, the maintenance to me seems a little bit low at $1,200. We're assuming this building's in very good condition if there's only $1,200 in maintenance, and that the landlord is probably doing a lot of the maintenance themselves. So with this particular scenario, if you were going to purchase the building at 1.5, which is the ask, and you were going to go to the bank, we're assuming that the bank is likely going to ask for 30% down, which equals $450,000. So the debt servicing on this particular building would be about $83,000 annually to pay for that $1,050,000 mortgage. Together with the landlord's expenses, you're looking at about $105,000 in carrying costs annually. Again, the income on the building is $77,400. So every year you're in a negative position. So I did the cap rate, and it's actually a minus 1.8% cap rate. If you were to look at the rate of return on your down payment, which is $450,000, it's also a minus 6% on that. So unfortunately, we're going to have to rate this cap rate a thumbs down. Now let's look at this opportunity just a little further. How can we make this scenario work? Well, perhaps offering the landlord or the seller less than the suggested list price. So I ran the numbers at 1.3. When you went to the bank, your debt servicing comes down to about $54,000, which means $54,000 plus the 22. We're now about even on an annual basis, meaning we're not losing any money, but we're not really putting any money in the bank. So, these are the sort of interesting ways that you try to spin the investment to see if it makes sense for you. At one time, buyers wouldn't even consider an investment that didn't have, let's say, an 8% cap rate or a really good rate of return on their actual investment. But the one thing that investors are factoring into consideration nowadays is that appreciation on the building they hadn't once been receiving in the past. So for today's purposes, we're going to have to rate this one a thumbs down. However, next week, we're going to take a look at a building that is actually in a positive cash flow, and I'm going to be looking hard for one of those. So if you find this helpful, if you like this video, please make sure you like it. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content, and have a great day.